What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And literally the minute I get done doing this video, editing, uploading about Greensboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we get another update. And oh boy, we got documents to show you today. We're gonna update on who the finance person was, and we're gonna talk about all kinds of stuff here. And the fact that corporate knows about it and they're done responding to the state, to customers. I'm guessing that the auto group thinks this is just going to get swept under the rug. But I also got a phone call from my source inside the sheriff's department, and people are about to get arrested. Damn. Before we get started with today's video, guys, I got to talk about the sponsors of the channel here, and that is Morgan & Morgan. They handled over 20 million phone calls last year alone. Just think about that, 20 million phone calls. You know, that's why they use the pun, and you see it in all the ads. If you're looking for a personal injury attorney, size matters. Pause, but it does. And Morgan & Morgan is the largest personal injury law firm on planet Earth, meaning they can go toe-to-toe with those big insurance companies. You can get started today, and you can basically sign up in 8 clicks or less from here. You can do it 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 from your hotel room, your office, pretty much anywhere. So like I said, whether you're butt naked in the shower, sitting on the toilet, in an elevator, chilling in your office, probably not safe to do it driving your car, but you can pretty much get started anywhere in 8 clicks or less by going to forthepeople.com/TK's Garage. Again, it's forthepeople.com/TK's Garage, and I appreciate them for allowing us to do what we do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you may have seen this all over the place. I've seen larger YouTube channels now jumping all over this stuff with Greensboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And now the state of North Carolina has sent their second letter to the dealer. We're going to put it right here. And as you guys can see, the letter says, Greensboro Dodge, dear sir or madam, whoever the fuck is in charge. It says, our office recently wrote to you regarding the attached complaint and requested a response within 15 days. To date, we received no response. It is important that you respond to our office as soon as possible on the matter. Your response is important to assure our files accurately reflect your position regarding this issue. Please submit your response to And this was coming from Diedrich Carter Reed, Consumer Protection Specialist at the Consumer Protection Bureau for the State Attorney General for the state of North Carolina. Now, why is it that Greensboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram hasn't responded? Well, the same way when their Mickey Mouse ass response that they responded on the Better Business Bureau was, we believe in the characterization of the fact. They didn't deny shit. And they can't now, because now they also have somebody from the finance department, a person by the name of Paige, and I apologize, in an earlier video today, I automatically thought Paige would have been a female, but no, this is a gentleman. And Paige basically posted, you know, he had sent me an email about what the situation was, and he's now getting in contact with extra legal counsel. Reason being is, most likely, this finance person who exposed the fraud to begin with is probably going to get compensation for retaliatory firing. And here's the thing, corporate knows about it. Now, the customer has been in direct, communication with corporate since that happened. And we have records, 38-minute phone call. I'm not going to put the phone number out there, but 38-minute phone calls, recorded stuff, all kinds of crap that shows what the situation is. And what's crazy about this is the person's name is Don Malone at corporate at Hudson, at the Hudson Auto Group. And what's crazy is once they saw that an actual crime was committed, instead of, this is why dealers are so just stupid, just absolutely dumb as fuck. Because here's the thing, you did some illegal shit, right? Somebody at your dealership did some illegal. It was so dumb, and I didn't even notice this, but we were going over the documents in previous videos. Do you know that when they forged the document, they forged it so bad they misspelled the customer's name and signature when they signed it by missing a whole letter? Are you serious? I don't even know how I missed that, but I did. But the state didn't, and this is why the state attorney general is going, whoa, wait a minute. We sent you a letter and required a response within 15 days. Their legal department isn't responding. Hudson's legal department isn't responding. And needless to say, so there's different fronts on what's going on here. You have the front from the Attorney General and the Consumer Protection Office, which operates within the Attorney General's office. So they have a civil kind of thing going on. And now the criminal matter has been elevated, because now they're going, this dealer's actually not responding. The notary has magically disappeared. Nobody can find this person. I know this because the detective that's working on it at the sheriff's department can't reach the person. They're gone. Disappeared. Interesting. And what's more interesting to me is I want to know what's going to happen. Now, I heard this last week. We didn't report on it because I didn't have anything factual to show that it happened. But I had heard that representatives from the state's office had raided that dealership. Now, I know, major shout out to Butter, the insider. He knows people that still work at that dealership. And they reached out. Today, after I posted this update video, I get an email and a person asking for me to be able to call and speak with them that also currently works at the dealership. And I was like, cool, I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere, but we'll do what we can. We stopped for some, what was it, Kentucky Fried Chicken? Yep, fucked up some Kentucky Fried Chicken today. Let me tell you, that shit was fire, man. Punished that shit, and then we just kept it moving. And then, so anyways, and in case you want to know, it was a 3-piece box with the biscuit, mashed potatoes, and coleslaw. I fucked that shit. I'm sorry. I was hungry. All this savagery requires energy. You can laugh. It's okay. But needless to say, after I fucked up that box of chicken, we got back on the road and kept moving. And I was like, look, I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. So we start texting back and forth. And I was like, do you have anything that shows you actually work there? Blah, blah, blah. And he goes, what's your email? I'll fire off an email from work. So I get an email from him. So now I know the person actually works at the dealership. So he goes, look, the company put out a notice to everybody that works at every dealership in their auto group. So this now means that corporate Hudson Auto Group knows about the fraud and either is trying to cover it up or telling their staff, now, we're not going to talk about this. If anybody talks about anything that goes on at our dealerships, you are terminated immediately. That sounds like you're trying to cover up illegal behavior. As soon as I got that, I did message back with them and say, hey, would you be willing to speak to this representative at the Guilford Sheriff's Department who is looking at it? And not just them, but representatives from the state police as well. And, or not, I believe it falls under the state police. It's called North Carolina Bureau of Investigation or something. They're attached to the Attorney General's office. Needless to say, they were like, sure, because everybody that works there now is freaking out. And it's why Nobody stays there long. People are working there at Greensboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just long enough, maybe 3 or 4 months, and then they end up going to Kernersville, or they end up going to another mom and pop dealership because that dealership is so mismanaged, so bad, has such bad reviews, and does illegal shit. I wouldn't want to work there either. What if I'm working in the service department and somebody does some fraud on a car that I'm working on? I could go to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's absolutely nuts. So, and something else we're trying to tie down right now is I got contacted by another customer who says, and again, this is a claim, I haven't been able to verify this yet, we're tracking down the VIN and doing all that appropriate verification now, that Greensboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram sold them a stolen car. Now, that's some Carvana shit, all right? I mean, you're forging documents. God forbid, if you sold a stolen car, oh, Jesus Christ. So, my biggest question is to corporate now at Hudson Auto Group. Why are you not responding to the state of North Carolina? They've sent you multiple letters. They've sent representatives to your dealership. Why is it whenever somebody from the sheriff's department calls to try to call to interview somebody at your dealership, no one's available? Is that why you fired the general manager? Because when the sheriff's department started calling and asking questions and wanted to talk to your GM, you were like, we got to get rid of this guy. Even though he was probably just a good soldier and following what he was told to do. Because here's the thing, I thought this was confined just to Greensboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. But now I feel like maybe myself and Butter and everybody else that's kind of in this car that looks at these dealerships, maybe we need to start investigating Hudson Auto Group and start looking at all of their dealerships and see if this is a prevailing problem. Because I know that they bought the Greensboro dealership, but you would think when something like this happens, this level of fraud, of criminal activity, not just fraud, the shit that was done was illegal. Absolutely illegal. You think when something like that happens, you'd fix it. I don't know. It's funny that this representative, Don Malone, at Hudson Auto Group was reaching out to the customer multiple times. And, look, I don't know what the email address is for them, but I just know their website is hudsonauto.com. So we're going to dig in. I'm going to dig in, see how many dealerships they have. And now I'm going to start going over reviews, customer issues at all of their dealerships. Because it's very interesting to me, if you're willing to stonewall the sheriff's department, the attorney general, and the Consumer Protection Bureau when they hit you up and ask for a response, you look guilty as fuck right now. And you fired the finance guy who reported the fraud, and now he's come forward. How now you have channels with over 1 million subscribers reporting on this shit now. How the local media has not jumped on. In fact, this is what, you know what, guys? Everybody grab this video, and there's some other videos that you should go see too. There's another video that just got published. I think it came out about a week ago by I'm trying to remember the name of the channel. But if you look for it on YouTube, just type in dealer fraud caught at Greensboro CDJR FTC cars, and it will pop up. You can find that video. Send that to the local media as well. He's way more advertiser friendly than I am. Way more probably camera friendly too, as far as doing with the being more professional. I don't care. I just want to put the facts out and fuck them, because now it really looks like to me that that your dealership committed fraud, that your dealership has committed crimes, and now you're just stonewalling. Well, I can tell you this for sure. Like I said, I've already been in I speak with at least every other week somebody at the sheriff's department there that asked for everything that I knew, everything that I had, as well as the representative from the state of North Carolina. And I can tell you for sure, people 100% are going to jail over this. Guaranteed. When they find, and I don't know, maybe they disappeared this poor notary. I don't know. Maybe this ends up blowing up and being something much sinister and much bigger. But this notary has disappeared. Sheriff's Department can't find him. State can't get a hold of him. You know, people make the claims all the time that, you know, auto groups and stuff are tied to organized crime. I'm not going to say that about Hudson Auto Group, but I will say this. I grew up in a very interesting time in South Boston, Massachusetts, so I know all about that. And I can tell you for sure that if that notary was a weak link and would turn state's evidence and tell, maybe that notary had an accident. I don't know. But I know for a fact that nobody can reach them. And now, you know, I'm almost worried about this finance person page that has, you know, come forward and kind of blew this whole thing open with reporting the fraud in the first place and getting fired for it. How this is not a major story in North Carolina right now blows me away. And we've been talking about this for over a month. The local media is not doing their job. I'm sorry. They're just not. They're not doing their job at all. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this? Let me know if you guys have a list of the Hudson Auto dealers, if there's more of them in North Carolina. Send me in the comments. You can post all the names of the different ones. We'll start going over reviews. I'll start digging in. I'll get my private investigator guy that's out there in North Carolina to start digging in and going to some of these dealerships and see if they can flip anybody that works there that's willing to tell us what's going on there. Because now I really feel like there's something more going on, especially after seeing the letter that came, you know, the letter that went out from the state. And that's why I put it right here. It's from the state. This isn't some Mickey Mouse shit. This is coming from the state of North Carolina. That's why I wanted to put that out so you guys could see it. And, you know, seeing that issue, seeing that the Sheriff's Department, the Bureau of Investigation, nobody can reach this notary. This notary has just disappeared. You fired the GM. You fired the finance guy for reporting the fraud in the first place to the auto group. This looks bad. And I don't know who the representative is from Hudson Auto Group. This what is it, Dawn Malone? Yeah, Dawn Malone. But if I was her too, I'd probably get legal counsel at this point. Like if you were responding to the customer or responding to stuff, and then you saw that the state got involved, and you just immediately cut off everything, and you guys are not responding. Hudson Auto Group is not responding to the state of North Carolina. You guys look guilty as fuck right now, and I'm just being honest. So there you guys have it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think this is turning into a much bigger story. I don't want to say that this notary got Clintoned. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that this notary got Clintoned, but it's very interesting. You know, apartments abandoned. You can't find this person. You know, they just left all their stuff and they're just gone. Nobody can find them. That's a problem. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Make sure to give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And stay tuned. Who knows? Maybe this will show up on like the next 48 hours or whatever it is. I don't know what, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. But I know right now that it don't look good. This might be turning more from a fraud case and a perjury case into something totally different. Stay tuned.